Hi, John Dixon, my wife Shayna.
Shayna Dixon.
We're biking the C&O Canal. Had a great time meeting Tara. This is fantastic.
Tara, who's always happy and positive.
She is, absolutely. We've been bikepacking for maybe 2 years now, and we're 65 and 64 years old. Yesterday was our 42nd wedding anniversary. So we're loving life, enjoying life, retired, and having a great time. But we didn't do this kind of stuff until just a few years ago. So for anybody who thinks you can't do it, or you're not sure if you're going to do it or whatever, here's living proof that we didn't do this stuff for decades. In 2017, we hiked the Appalachian Trail, and since then we've been going on this kind of stuff, and it's awesome. It's really, really good.
And outstanding. We've done a couple trips with the grandkids, an overnighter, and that's even more fun. We should have done this with our kids, which we didn't, and now we can do some with the grandkids.
We got 4 girls and 13 grandkids, so we're trying to pass this kind of stuff on to them as best we can.
Outstanding, outstanding. So would you say that your grandkids are inspired by you finding your possible at such a late age?
Some are and some aren't. I mean, some of them, probably don't care, but
some of our daughters think we're crazy.
Yeah.
But no, there definitely are. I can think of some of the grandkids who absolutely look at this thing and are inspired by that. They realize that they can do it because some old guy and old lady, we do it.
Ooh, so, old lady, you're gonna get in trouble.
Old guy.
That's okay, I am. It's true, I've accepted it.
I'm talking about age, not anything else.
Awesome.
But yeah, so yeah, some of the grandkids absolutely are, they like what we're doing.
Outstanding. Yeah. Well, thank you guys. I really had a good time with you here.
All right.
All right, cool. All right, guys, so you have heard John and Shayna. They're super cool. I rode from the Sheetz gas station to this campsite with them last night, and just great conversation, sat around the camp and just kind of got set up and chatted a bit. So it's really, really cool. But here's the most important part, all right? In order for your kids and your grandkids to be inspired and motivated, they have to see someone doing something incredible. That can be you guys. Set the example, get out there, follow your dreams, find your possible. Peace. It is the morning of day 6. About 5 miles out from hooking up, getting the band back together again, and I'm super pumped. Just left the campground with John and Shayna, and I mean, what a lovely couple. They were really, really cool, and we just chatted like old friends. So I'm actually looking forward to getting back and checking out their blog from when they were taking day accounts of the Appalachian Trail. I just think that is so epic. I mean, you want to talk about possible, that's goals for me right there. So at any rate, gonna charge on and meet up with the ladies and this is Molly. She's on the Gap Facebook page, so she recognized me. I thought that was so cool. I had to give a shout out.
Yeah, she's
See you
famous.
soon.
See ya.
All right, so I am about 20 miles into this today. Feeling pretty good. The trail is now this I don't even know what it is, but it's pretty smooth. Very light, loose rocks, small, but pretty much like paved, you know? Up with this awesome group. They're hiking the Appalachian Trail, doing a couple of like a segment hike, and they just started today. So I'm gonna let them introduce themselves.
All right, my name is Scout.
I'm Jubilee.
Xavier. Paxton. All siblings. We decided to do the hike the Appalachian Trail, the Maryland section, in 3 days. So 40 miles in 3 days. We just started today.
Awesome. So yeah, I came up on these guys and they're so positive, they're smiling, they're hiking, they're probably starting to get blisters or something like that, but they are making it possible. They kind of just thought of the idea and decided to do it. And sometimes you really can't wait for everything to fall in line and for everything to be perfect. If you have the time and you have the idea, get out there and do it, guys. So this is our second hike possible. All right, good luck on the Appalachian. I look forward to following your trail. Woo woo! So we're about maybe 2 miles from what is hopefully a good campsite. It's been a long day. It's hot. Got about 59 miles in right now, and hopefully we're stopping in a couple. But yeah, the gang's all back together again. I mean, we're like singing cadence and everything, just trying to stay motivated. Positive mental attitude, just trying to get it done. Check in with y'all soon. Today was like such a roller coaster. Woke up this morning with John and Shayna at the Opequon campground. It was like mile marker 92 or something like that. And got all packed up. We headed out, went down the road, hooked back up with the girls. So that was cool. And while we were there, like right before we left, John and Shayna gave me a trail name. So they hiked the Appalachian Trail a couple years ago, and so they had trail names. John was called Pappy 12 because at the time he had 12 grandkids, and Shayna was called Best Wife. But they gave me a trail name, and you'll have to wait to the end to find out what that is. But at any rate, after I hooked back up with my friends, we headed on down the trail. Lots of gorgeous scenery. We were surprised by just kind of like the full openness and like that kind of boardwalk shoreline area. I don't even know what you call it, but that was absolutely amazing. And I'm really glad I didn't go through there last night and push it, because I totally would have missed all of that. And then after we got through that, we went down into Harper's Ferry. We locked our bikes down at the bottom of the stairs. So if you don't want to carry your bike up those stairs and across the bridge, bring a bike lock with you. It comes in handy. I've used my bike lock probably 4 times on this trip to make it a little bit more convenient not to have to take the bike in an area that was super cumbersome. So at any rate, moving on, let's see, at Harper's Ferry, we stopped and had lunch at a place called Almost Heaven. It was really good food. It was not very far. It didn't take us too far out of the way. But after lunch, came back outside and it was like super, super hot. I mean, super hot. So, yeah, that kind of wore on the body a little bit. And just chugged along. And then before you know it, we were just kind of like taking it 5 miles at a time. It's like, okay, 5 miles, stop, break, drink, 5 miles, do it all again. And towards the end, I mean, we actually started singing cadence. I dug deep into the Marine Corps toolbox, and Andy was singing along with me. It was really cute. It was really cool, and it got us through the last couple of miles. So I really enjoyed it. Took me back a little bit. Got to the campground. Unfortunately, we do not have like access to get into the river, but it is absolutely gorgeous. And we just did some funky like wash up by the water pump. So there are so many cyclists out on the trail tonight and looking at us like we were crazy, but totally didn't care. Got cleaned up, had our clothes on, so it's not like we were being rude or anything, but it was kind of awkward because you're kind of out there, but whatever, you do what you got to do. Oh my God. What is going on? Okay, anyway, Andy's freaking out behind me. So she's like, does not like bugs. But at any rate, as you can see, we're here at the campground and we're all kind of ready to go to bed. We're looking forward to tomorrow, heading into DC. I only have about like 32 miles. And then hopefully we beat the rain and we get a chance to do a little sightseeing. And yeah, I'm still having a good time. Totally looking forward to day 7. Tomorrow we have only about 32 miles to go before we get into DC, and we're gonna go tour some sites before we get off our bike. That way when we get off our bike, we're just kind of done and we'll get a chance to go clean up at the hotel, go get some food, and just totally relax before we head back to Pittsburgh by 4 wheels in a car. We're using a shuttle service, so super pumped about that. I can't wait to check in with you guys tomorrow. Don't forget, believe, inspire, and achieve. Don't forget to subscribe and like and all that good stuff. All right, we'll talk to you guys soon. Peace. Yeah, wait. All right, okay, so Shayna's got something to say here, guys.
When you're hiking the Appalachian Trail, you have trail names. And we haven't seen bikers with many trail names. So we are starting the trail name tradition on Vicino. This is Sunshine.
Whoo, y'all heard it here first. I'm Sunshine.